I'm working on a painting of this Cattleya walkeriana, which is an orchid that's actually a species and not a hybrid. It's always good to work from life for something like this, and especially at the beginning when I'm planning out my composition and drawing the plant. I can look at it from every angle, take measurements, and really understand how the plant grows and what I'm looking at, instead of being locked into what I can see in a photo, which is more limiting. In nature, it grows in some of the really seasonally dry parts of Brazil. So I was really excited to add it to my collection here in Florida. I think it's going to grow really well. And it's blooming for the first time, so perfect time to paint it. Once I'm happy with the composition, I can go ahead and start mixing some paint. And we can start right in on the flowers with some pink. Lately, what I've been using a lot is this color called Opera Rose, because it's extremely vibrant. And it's in that cool pink magenta range that's very useful for a lot of flowers. As always with watercolor, you want to start very light and loose, which means use a lot of water. So we want to build that pink color up over several layers, but it's especially important on a flower like this that we leave some areas of white highlights, because if you go too heavy with the paint, it's going to look flat and lifeless. So pretty early on, I'm going to switch to a fairly thin liner brush, which allows me to do fine detail and mainly keep the edges very clean. So it's just a lot of careful observation of the flower in front of me, not only the color, but the texture of the petals and the shadows that are being cast. The leaves and roots are just as important to the composition as the flower. You can really see that the plant has an almost succulent look to it. And that's because it's adapted to grow in a really dry environment. So you can see that in the leaves and the stems and even in the roots. So we really want to capture that look with the highlights and make sure that we get that sort of waxy, succulent feel to the stems and leaves. So I was able to finish this one over the course of a few days while the flowers stayed open, and I'm pretty happy with the result. Orchids are a great subject matter, and I've been painting a lot of them lately and buying a lot of them lately and then painting them as they bloom. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll have more paintings to share with you soon. Thanks for watching.